Hey YouTube, Yakfish Taco here. Another beautiful day, another video, right? You cannot see the sun right now. I'm in my man cave, but you can sort of see it's kind of sunny out there. The blue sky, the sun shining through that little tiny window. So what I have here is, let me turn the video around. It's a Savage, and let's take a look what kind of Savage rifle it is. All right, cut it open. It's super lightweight. This is a Savage Storm lightweight, and rumor has it weighs under 6 pounds. So to weigh it, I'm gonna use my little fish scale that I use to weigh my bass and catfish. We go. Okay, 5.85 pounds. Not bad. It is what it claims to be, under 6 pounds. Oh yeah. Let me change the unit. So that's 93.5 ounces. What I have here, I have a just a really simple Vortex 4-12 simple scope. Okay, so the setup is ready. What do you think? Okay, so here we go. It was 93.5 ounces. Okay, so 108 ounces. That will be 93.5. That's like a 14.5 ounce. That is 6.74, so 6.75. So less than a pound increase. So yeah, this rifle's 6.75 with everything all rigged up. Not bad. It is a really lightweight build for sure. Let's take a closer look at it. Make sure the chamber is empty. No round in chamber. Action's open. So we have here the adjustable length of pole stock. Accu trigger. The sticker is going to come off pretty soon. And the bolt has the groove cut out to save weight. And you also have the cutout on the receiver on both ends. Pretty nice cuts. Solid, nice cuts. It's pretty good machining. So you have the sort of entire receiver and barrels stainless. So I have a Vortex 4-12, really simple basic scope. This is a lightweight build. So I'm just going to keep it lightweight and simple. Sitting on the Tally low riding ring. With like a kind of one-piece ring and base, super high quality. Rides low, 1.5 inches above the bore axis. Still have some clearance between the objective and the barrel for, say, a scope cap. The torque specs on the receiver is about 30 to 35 inch-pound, and then on the rings is about 17 to 20. Definitely recommend to use torque wrench to make sure you get the right torque spec, and also use Loctites to get the screws securely tied on. Vortex Diamondback 4-12x40 is pretty good scope, holds well, and I really like how, even though it's this kind of like a cheap synthetic stock, it has the pretty symmetrical even amount of gap on both sides from the barrel. Some of the Savage or Ruger Americans stocks, plastic ones, you can see like some of them are not centered, they have uneven gaps in between. So of course this is free floated, and the stocks, the internal has the a metal lugs to hold the receiver, so it should provide pretty good and stable accuracy. So we'll see at the range. So the barrel is stainless, of course, and it's kind of a thin, lightweight barrel profile. Now it will be a real winner if Savage would do a little, thicker profile barrel with, fluted, and still achieve the same weight. And now that would be a real winner. But being a $600 rifle, of course you won't have that because the cost of making that. You have a really simple sort of a recessed crown, really typical of a Savage 110, that kind of rifle profile crown. So you have a 3-position tank safety. So you have fire, and you have a half safe where you won't be able to pull the trigger, but you can still operate the bolt to unload the round or chamber the round. So, and then of course you have a full safe where you chamber around and then it won't, the bolt won't be able to open. Full safe, and then you won't be able to pull the trigger and then the bolt won't open. Let's try the trigger. Nice and crisp, very nice. It's like the factory setting it feels like 3.5 or less, or even 3 pounds. I mean, it's pretty much at where I like it already. So I'm not gonna make any adjustment for now, and I would go to the range and then see if it's producing the good results. If it is, and then I'm just gonna leave it alone and I'm not gonna mess with it. Okay, so I'm at the range, 50-yard target. I'm gonna do a sight-in and also break in the barrel with one box of 20 rounds Federal power-shok, something less expensive, factory loads. Just kind of take a shot and then clean in between. So just kind of properly break in the barrel and then go from there. Okay, so first 3 shots, Federal Fusion, 95 grain, soft tip, and I'm gonna give about 5 minutes in between groups, so kind of let the barrel cool down a little bit before I move on to the Hornady SST. Let it rest for 5 minutes. Okay, so time for the Hornady 95 grain SST. thing, like the bolt is really tight. It's really hard to close and really hard to open it. Definitely needs some more time to smooth things out. So we'll take a look at it downrange. Okay, so let's look at the result. It was getting late at the range, so I just brought the targets home to do a little bit more analysis. So this is first target at 50 yards, mainly for just kind of like a side-in and sort of break-in period. So I did the 3 shots group and cleaning in between each shot. I'm using just sort of the cheaper Federal power-shok 100 grain, and you can see 50 yards. Started out here a little bit more than 1.5 inches, and then as I cleaning the barrel for each shot, it's getting closer. And second groups, the third groups, the fourth, and then finally at 50 yards, I got like a solid less than ½ inch at 50 yards. So that's kind of like a sub MOA sort of group. So I was kind of happy with that. So after 15 shots, and I did I was using a little bit more premium bullets, and I was using the Federal Fusion right here, and it's got a pretty good inch, a little bit over an inch at 100 yards. And then also I was using the Hornady up here, also 1.25 inches with a Hornady. Hornady went a little high, and you can tell from the video, I felt a little more energy, and maybe that's why it's a little hotter than the Fusion. So went up a little high, but overall it's still, you know, it went a little bit to the right, so it's pretty consistent. So I got it dialed in about, you know, 1 or 2 clicks back to the left, and I went for the 300-yard shots, which is right here. So this is the 300 yards with the I picked the Hornady. This is the best group with the Hornady. At 300 yards, I got about 5-inch group, and I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty solid, a little bit over 1.5 MOA at the 300 yards. The Fusion did a little bit over 6 inch. Not as good, not as tight, but also it went down a little bit lower. I don't have that target. It was sort of ripped when I sort of took it out of the target stand. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the so far the groups, you know, being a lightweight profile barrel, only 20 inches. So that's what I have for the Savage Storm Super Light. You know, being a lightweight rifle with a thin profile barrel, only 20 inches, it's pretty accurate for what it is. And you know, it shoots pretty well, you know, almost 1 MOA. I'm sure there's an element in there that I probably did not do my part, but I'm pretty happy with the rifle and what it is. It's super lightweight, and the butt pads is very comfortable to shoot. It seems to like both the Federal Fusion and the Hornady SST ammo. And the only complaint I have is the bolt could be a little bit more smoother. Maybe over time it will, you know, get smoother. And also it's really kind of tight to open and close. So the headspace tolerance is pretty tight. So I'll just be mindful of that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the rifle. Now, in comparison with my Tikka T3, this is a Tikka T3X in 7mm 08. Has also a ultralight fluted barrel, 22.5 inch barrel, and this one has a super smooth bolt and close and opens, you know, pretty effortlessly. So I'm gonna be doing another review on this particular rifle. So if you like this content, make sure you subscribe and come back and check on once in a while, and you might see this rifle on my YouTube in the near future. So until then, take care, and God bless America and the Republic. See you next time.